Ladies and gentlemen, President Trump has the constitutional authority as the leader of the executive branch to cut any spending within any federal government agency and department that exists and is located within the executive branch. This is according to the Constitution of the United States of America, the executive order that he signed on the Department of Government Efficiency. Elon Musk has the constitutional authority, the legal right. He is 100% protected by the Constitution, President Trump and Musk, to do exactly what Doge is doing. Hit subscribe to this channel. You'll hear President Trump in a second. There's zero legal or constitutional basis for Democrats to want to investigate Musk. This is the first time they've ever cared. Democrats, never Trump, Republicans, the American political establishment, on everything that Edward Snowden discovered, and Julian Assange and others. Suddenly, the same people who wanted to silence you via Twitter years back are the same people who now care about information and unelected government officials infringing upon your rights or finding out your data. The government has been doing this for years upon years upon years, and not one person who voted for Harris, not one person who voted for Biden or Clinton cared, not even 1 second. They were all against people like Snowden. So hit subscribe to this channel. Check this out.
Thank you. I have a question for you and for the Prime Minister as well. Mr. President, I wonder what you make of the criticism from Democrats that these staff reductions, the cuts that Elon Musk and Doge are doing, are an unlawful power grab. And is there anything you've told Elon Musk he cannot touch?
Well, we haven't discussed that much. I'll tell him to go here, go there. He does it. He's got a very capable group of people. Very capable. They know what they're doing. They'll ask questions, and they'll see immediately as somebody gets tongue-tied that they're either crooked or don't know what they're doing. We have very smart people going in. So I've instructed him, go into education, go into military, go into other things as we go along. And they're finding massive amounts of fraud, abuse, waste, all of these things. So, but I will pick out a target, and I say go in. There could be areas that we won't, but I think everything's fertile. You know, we're a government. We have to be open. And as an open government, I don't know, I guess you could say maybe some high intelligence or something. And I'll do that myself if I have to. But generally speaking, I'll just say go. But he will be looking at education pretty quickly, and he will be looking at military too.
As you know, the bulk of federal spending is Social Security, Medicare, programs like that. Would you like to see him look at those programs as well?
Well, they don't really have to be looked at by him. They can be looked at by us. Social Security will not be touched. It'll only be strengthened. We have illegal immigrants on Social Security, and we're going to find out who they are and take them out. We have illegal immigrants in other Medicare. We found a lot of bad people, a lot of people that shouldn't be on, that were put on through California.
So if Democrats want to run on that, if they want to run on giving undocumented immigrants Social Security, they should simply run on it. They should simply run on that and campaign on that policy objective. If they don't want to do that, then they should simply support President Trump. Okay, so that's just like a fact. Democrats generally don't believe in the things that they espouse or that they pontificate about. They preach and lecture and give these sermons on morality. But we can go on forever. They're not in a million years will they ever implement Medicare for All, Green New Deal, any of these things that they claim to care about, or the things they do pertaining to the undocumented immigrants that Trump just explained. But let's read this really quickly. Okay, the executive shall be vested in a president of the United States of America. Article 2, Section 1. That's it. There is no debate here. There's simply no debate. It's within the Constitution. The leader of the executive branch is the president. Trump is the president. Doge, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the Department of Defense, the State Department, Department of the Treasury, they're all under the executive branch. Okay? They're all under the executive branch headed by Donald Trump. And if he gave Musk through an executive order establishing and implementing the President's Department of Government Efficiency executive order by authority vested in me as President by the Constitution and the laws of the United States of America. It is hereby ordered, Section 1, purpose. The executive order establishes the Department of Government Efficiency to implement President's Doge agenda. End of story. There is no more debate from Democrats. There's no constitutional rebuttal or legal argument against Doge or Elon Musk. The same people who are now bringing up the private data of Americans wanted Snowden and Assange and others imprisoned forever. Look, there are wonderful, highly educated, morally superior liberal Democrats. A lot of them are, most of them, let's say, are amazing, awesome human beings. This is, though, a tribal or like a team type of competition with them in many ways. Many Democrats don't truly care. I should rephrase that. There are some potentially who don't truly care about the welfare of the country long term. They care about certain ideologies. They care about winning, preventing their political side from losing, preventing their adversaries from gaining political power. It's tribalism. It's almost like a cult-like behavior. They disown friends and family because they've twisted and warped and contorted reality to fit their contrived version of what they see as moral. And so this is the same political side that accused Trump of being a Kremlin operative. Then they pontificated about democracy after they cheated Bernie Sanders and then cheated Biden. Biden won his primary. We know from the DNC emails that Bernie Sanders was completely railroaded. They don't even have a functioning primary, yet they pontificate about democracy. They claim they run on things like Medicare for all and single payer and all of these policy objectives. They have zero interest in implementing. But listen to this. This USAID was in many ways an organization that laundered money throughout the world. In some cases for causes that are completely ridiculous and absurd, or objectives that should not be used for taxpayer dollars. But this is President Trump.
For Elon Musk to have access to the payment systems at Treasury?
Well, he's got access only to letting people go that he thinks are no good if we agree with him, and it's only if we agree with him. He's a very talented guy from the standpoint of management and costs, and we put him in charge of seeing what he can do with certain groups and certain numbers. Some of the numbers are horrible, what he's found. Think of it, $100 million condoms to him are more ridiculous, and they're finding tremendous waste, really waste more than anything else, I think you could say. Probably fraud and abuse could be added to it, the more standard waste, fraud, and abuse. But they're finding tremendous amounts of really bad things, bad spending. You've been writing about some of it, frankly, and some of the things that they've been doing is just terrible. Elon can't do and won't do anything without our approval, and we'll give him the approval where appropriate. Where not appropriate, we won't. But he reports in, and it's something that he feels very strongly about, and I'm impressed because he's running, obviously, a big company. It has nothing to do with, there's a conflict that we won't let him get near it, but he does have a good natural instinct. He's got a team of very talented people. We're trying to shrink government, and he can probably shrink it as well as anybody else, if not better. Where we think there's a conflict or there's a problem, we won't let him go near.
So Social Security will not be touched. He's cutting waste and absurd spending, and this is the important issue. Elon Musk, and especially President Trump, this is the anti-war president. This is the anti-endless military interventionist president. Okay, if you care about, if you're allegedly this wonderful, morally superior liberal Democrat or progressive or far left pundit, don't you care about stopping endless wars? Well, if you have a less bloated federal government, you won't have the money to waste on those endless military conflicts. And that's the real point behind all of this. And I think that's also why Democrats are up in arms and so outraged as always. Hit subscribe to this channel. Thank you so very, very much.